Nestled high in the Andes Mountains, amidst jagged peaks and lush valleys, lies the story of one of history's most fascinating civilizations, the Inca Empire. From humble beginnings as a small tribe to ruling the largest empire in pre-Columbian America, the Incas left an indelible mark on history. Today, we uncover the entire story of the Inca Empire. Its rise, its brilliance, and its tragic fall. Humble beginnings. The story of the Incas begins in the Cusco Valley of modern-day Peru around the 12th century. According to legend, their origin is divine. The sun god Inti sent his son Manco Capac and his sister wife Mama Aclo to emerge from Lake Titicaca and establish a great civilization. Guided by the sun itself, they founded the city of Cusco, the heart of what would become the Inca Empire. But it wasn't an empire yet. For centuries, the Incas were a small and relatively insignificant tribe, surrounded by more powerful neighbors. So, how did they rise from obscurity? The answer lies in strategy, diplomacy, and sheer determination. The rise of the empire. In the early 15th century, the Inca leader Viracocha began expanding their influence. However, the true architect of the empire was his son, Pachacuti, a name that means earthshaker, and an earthshaker he was. Pachacuti transformed Cusco from a modest town into a sprawling imperial capital and embarked on a series of military campaigns that laid the foundations of the empire. Pachacuti didn't just conquer, he integrated. Instead of destroying the cultures he encountered, he absorbed them, incorporating their traditions, technologies, and even their gods into the Inca fold. This policy of inclusion turned adversaries into allies and built the diverse but unified empire known as Tantinsuyu, the land of four quarters. Under Pachacuti's reign and that of his successors, the Inca Empire expanded rapidly, stretching from modern-day Colombia in the north to Chile in the south, covering a staggering 2,500 miles. Imagine ruling a territory with deserts, rainforests, and some of the highest mountain peaks in the world. A logistical nightmare they managed with remarkable efficiency. Achievements of the Inca Empire. What made the Incas so extraordinary was not just their military prowess but their ingenuity. Take their agricultural terraces, for example. These stepped platforms carved into mountain slopes allowed them to grow crops in otherwise uninhabitable terrain, feeding millions. They cultivated potatoes, maize, and quinoa, creating a food surplus that sustained their empire. Then there's their road system. Over 25,000 miles of expertly built highways and bridges crisscross the empire, connecting even the most remote regions. And they did all this without the wheel. Instead, llamas and alpacas served as pack animals, and messengers called chasquis ran across the mountains, delivering messages using a system of knots called quipus. These knots were their form of record-keeping and communication. An ingenious solution in a world without written language. And let's not forget their architectural brilliance. Machu Picchu, their iconic citadel, remains one of the most breathtaking engineering feats in history, blending seamlessly with its natural surroundings. But Machu Picchu wasn't just an isolated marvel. Cusco itself was designed in the shape of a puma, a sacred animal, symbolizing their deep connection with nature, daily life, and society. Life in the Inca Empire was highly organized. At its core was the concept of elu, or community. Each person had a role to play, whether farming, weaving, or crafting tools. In exchange, the state provided protection and resources. It was a system of mutual obligation, and taxes were paid not in money but in labor, a system known as mita. The Incas also deeply revered their gods. The sun god Inti was at the center of their religion, and temples like Coricancha and Cusco were built to honor him. Festivals, sacrifices, and ceremonies were an integral part of their lives, ensuring the gods' favor and harmony in the universe. The fall of the empire. Despite its glory, the Inca Empire was not invincible. In the 1520s, a devastating smallpox epidemic swept through South America, killing millions, including the Emperor Huayna Capac. His death plunged the empire into chaos, sparking a civil war between his sons, Atahualpa and Huáscar. When Spanish conquistador Francisco Pizarro arrived in 1532, the empire was already fractured. With just 168 men, Pizarro captured Atahualpa in the infamous ambush at Cajamarca. The Spanish demanded a ransom of gold and silver, which the Incas paid in full, but Pizarro executed Atahualpa anyway. This betrayal marked the beginning of the end. Over the next decades, the Spanish systematically dismantled the empire. Cities were looted, temples destroyed, and the Inca way of life was forever altered. Yet, the spirit of the Incas lived on through their descendants and traditions, the legacy of the Incas. Today, the legacy of the Inca Empire is all around us. Machu Picchu stands as a testament to their engineering genius, attracting millions of visitors each year. But their influence goes beyond ruins. Traditional Andean music, textiles, and agricultural practices continue to thrive. The Incas also left us a powerful lesson that innovation, resilience, and community can create greatness, even in the most challenging conditions. Their story reminds us of the heights humanity can achieve, and the fragility of empires, no matter how grand. The Inca Empire rose from the mountains to dominate a continent, only to fall to a handful of outsiders. But their legacy endures, a shining example of human ingenuity and spirit. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the entire history of the Inca Empire. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories from the past.